In this video, I'll be covering some basic safety guidelines that I strongly recommend that you watch before you start training with kettlebells in order to avoid accidents and injuries. In the previous video, I talked about the benefits of training with kettlebells. You can watch it by clicking on this link. So let's move on to talk about some safety tips. Tip number 1, always check with your doctor before start training with kettlebells, because kettlebell training is intense. If you have any previous injuries, make sure to check with your orthopedic or cardiologist if you have high blood pressure or any cardiovascular condition. The latter one is extremely serious, especially if you are over 40 years old. Tip number 2, be aware of your surroundings. Always train on flat and stable surfaces, and make sure you have enough room around you in case you need to drop the bell. And finally, make sure the line of fire is clear in front of you in case the kettlebell drops or slips out of your hands. Tip number 3, always train with the right footwear. I personally, when I'm training at home, I train barefoot. I don't wear anything because it gives me more stability on the floor. If you are training in a facility and you cannot train barefoot, make sure to pick the right training shoes. You need to pick training shoes that are thin and stable and hard. Cushiony running shoes are not suitable for kettlebell training, so avoid them completely. Tip number 4, practice safety measures at all times, even when training with light kettlebells. Make sure you are fully focused and using the perfect form when picking up a kettlebell and putting it down on the floor. The set is not over unless the kettlebell is safely placed on the floor. Tip number 5, always move around when your heart rate is high. Kettlebell training is intense, your heart rate is gonna shoot up, so make sure you don't lie on the floor on your back or you sit down when your heart rate is high. Moving around or walking around, it will help you to reduce your heart rate. Tip number 6, make sure after every single workout to decompress your spine and joints and stretch your muscles. Otherwise, you will get injured. Tip number 7, build up your training load gradually. Never add additional weight to your exercises until you master the form. And don't never add additional sets and reps until you feel your body is ready to handle it. Never train for failure. Before I introduce the next video in this course, I have a question for you. Do you have any injuries? If you do, let me know in the comment section below what injuries do you have, and I'll try to help you recover from these injuries in my upcoming videos. In my next video, I'll help you to pick the right kettlebell weight for your fitness level before you start practicing or training with kettlebells. But before that, make sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon if you want to get notified every single time I post a new video in this free kettlebell course. And don't forget to share this video with your friends if you think they would be interested in training with kettlebells. Finally, if you like this video, if you like this kettlebell course, make sure to like this video.